Hello, what's up? Big Gumbo here. This is my last bin from my old inventory system. Actually, it was two last bins and then I consolidated it into one because I'm ready to get rid of it. And basically, I'm just gonna see what's in here and see what didn't sell and maybe try to figure out why it didn't sell mentally. Let's see. Here we have a vintage single stitch t-shirt and it's signed by someone. I'm guessing this says KFBK News Radio, Dan's Bake Sale. So maybe that's Dan that signed it. It says to Daddy. Something. I don't know. I mean, I can guess why it didn't sell. I think probably because nobody knows who Dan is. There's another one. What do we got here? Oh, you know what? I probably took these down off eBay. I will probably relist these. Pair of Gymshark, kind of like jogger pants, men's. I would probably sell those for like 15 bucks. Those are definitely not in my store right now. Some of the stuff I'm guessing probably isn't in my store. Sometimes, like if someone cancels an order, like if they put in a cancellation request, if you accept the request, for some reason, eBay doesn't give you an option to relist it. And like if you're on the road and you're like doing it, you know, in your car while driving, then you might forget about it. So as soon as you get a cancellation request, not through the messenger, but like an official one from eBay, you gotta manually go back in there and relist the item. Pair of Polo Ralph Lauren cargo shorts. I'm guessing they didn't sell because there's a hole here, and I was probably trying to get too much money for them. Having some distressing on stuff isn't that bad, but holes on the butt or on the crotch, pretty much above this line right here, like 2 inches below the crotch, is usually kind of a no-go. We have a Dickies t-shirt. It's like a little women's one. I probably put this as a girl's. Oh, it is a girl's, it's a junior's. So that's why it didn't sell. It's new with the tags. I don't know. Probably relist it for like $4 plus shipping. A lot of this stuff is down under $10 now. But at a certain point, it doesn't matter how low you price it. eBay just won't show it anymore if it's been up for a while. Because they're just not going to waste valuable traffic on stuff that's been shown, you know, 1,000 times. It's gotten tons of impressions, but nobody's clicked on it, nobody's bought it. So they have like a certain amount of space. Like people only look at like a couple items before they buy something. So eBay's going to show them the best stuff. These are Levi's signature jeans, which it's like the worst line of Levi's to sell. I picked up a whole bunch of these at the bins like 5-6 months ago because there was just a stack of them. And they were all in really good condition, so I was like, I knew they weren't good, but I did it anyways, which is never a good move. Another one. It says Levi's signature, it means it's junk. I do sometimes sell the Levi's signature men's cargo shorts though. I'm guessing most of this is going to be bin stuff because a lot of times at the bins I just will throw stuff in my bag without looking it up, which is never the move. I haven't been doing that as much lately, but this is a chef's coat from McCuney Sushi, which is a local sushi restaurant. Which I actually don't like sushi anymore. I used to love sushi. It was my favorite food, but I went to Hawaii and the sushi there was so good, and then I came back here And then all the sushi just tasted terrible to me. I actually might wear this. Some Duluth Trading Co. jeans. That's weird. Let's see, they're probably hemmed or something. I don't know. They look short. For the thumbnail. They're men's 42-34. Oh, these are not a 34. So they must have been hemmed. I might relist those ones though. I probably just had them too high to begin with. And they got lost in the algorithm. This is a Zoic shirt. Zoic is like a cycling brand. The only thing I really do well with for Zoic though is their padded mountain bike shorts. Everything else I've ever tried to sell just didn't really move. And there's like stains and discolorations on this. That could be why that didn't sell. Pair of Maddox. Maddox is a skate brand that I think is defunct. It went out of business. These are like 31. They're like skinny corduroy pants. That's probably why they didn't sell. They've been cut off at the ankle. Altered pants. It's best not to buy altered pants. Like, some people will say, I can sell them. But you pick up enough of them, you really don't know what you can actually do. Selling one pair of hemmed jeans is like not a big enough sample size. Once you get to your bin that's been here for hella long and everything's $1, you really see that like hemmed pants are terrible to buy. I mean, I'm sure there's some brands where the like average sold price is so high that you can cut it in half and still make good money, but for like a pair of pants that usually sells for 25 bucks, if it's been hemmed, it's worth like $5. Like if it's been hemmed to under 30 inches, but still, and then it's also, you're opening yourself up to returns because it's tricky to list something that's been hemmed because you're going to put the actual size on the tag in the title. Then you can put the actual measurements in the title, and then that just confuses people. So that's one, I count that as like a stain, like a big red ink stain if it's been hemmed. So if you could sell it with a big red ink stain, then you could probably sell it hemmed. This is a body glove rash guard. If it was still the summer, I might throw that back in the store. But that's pretty much junk. Pair of Ralph Lauren. That's like their lower end line. I might relist these though. Size 14. I would guess that there's got to be something wrong with these. I think these have been altered. Yep, these have been altered. You see that? People do not like that. So maybe I won't relist those. Or maybe I will. I don't know. I'll think about it. No, I don't know. I'll worry about it later. But I should be able to, for size 14, Ralph Lauren, I should be able to get 15 bucks for those. But that's probably what I thought when I originally listed it. More Levi's signature jeans. They suck. And I'm sure you've sold some. I've sold them too, but when you like scale it, you don't realize how bad things suck sometimes until you buy a ton of them. Like you might buy one and it sells and you're like, oh, this is good. So like if once you bump up to more listings per day, you learn. So like if you list 5 items a day, you learn at 5 items a day. If I list 30 items a day, I learn 6 times faster than you. You know what I'm saying? These aren't bad. They're American Eagle jean shorts, size 12. I must have just listed them terrible, or there's like something wrong with them, or they got taken down for cancellation. But with the embroidery on there, I'd sell those. What is this? We got a Orvis Henley hoodie. That's not that bad. It's kind of hard to see. There might be a stain or something on it. I'll check it out later. But I don't remember seeing this in my store, so that might have got taken down as well. Orvis is like a decent low-end men's brand. If it's vintage, I'll pay like thrift prices for it though. We've got some Levi's. These are a legging. Oh, and they got a bunch of puckering on the crotch. See that? So we're gonna get rid of those. And this, whatever I do put back in my store, I don't delist, relist. I physically take new pictures because eBay does catalog the pictures and they know you're just delisting, relisting. You're not fooling anyone. But yeah, and I last time I did this a couple weeks ago, a lot of that stuff already sold because I'm just better at listing now as well. So I remember buying these. Chico's in a small size, 00, is absolute trash. You only want Chico's in big size. Terrible item. Got those for $1. I remember buying them and thinking, don't buy these, and I bought them anyways because they were $1 at St. Vincent de Paul. Some Reef board shorts. Reef sucks. I don't know. Probably bad pictures, bad listing. I mean, Reef sucks, but it's something that should have sold for $5. Hard Rock Cafe sucks, dude. It's horrible. I remember when I first started eBay and I would see these, I'd be like, oh, and I'd grab them all the time. So this might even be from like way back in the day. It is single stitch. That doesn't even matter because Hard Rock Cafe is so trash. Even the vintage stuff, it's not good. This is a Buffalo David Bitton Henley hoodie thermal shirt. Sort of, actually no, it's a size small, so I'm not surprised it didn't sell. Buffalo David Bitton, be very careful. There's like some styles of jeans that are okay, but most of it's pretty junk. I don't think these are in my store anymore. I'll probably relist these. They're Fox, but they are like an older style, but they should have sold. I don't think these are in my store. They're Fox Racing padded mountain bike shorts, like liner shorts. I'll be able to sell those. Or maybe I'm like reverting to my original dumb thought when I originally bought it, but Fox does really, really well for me. I don't think those are in my store anymore. Citizens of Humanity jeans, trash, but if you list them for $5 originally, not if you lower the price to $5, they do tend to sell. Yeah, I think these are bad sizes, so I might not. They're $29. Oh, here we go. That's why. They've been hemmed. These are so tiny. Yeah. I bet you like a ton, if there's any pants left in here, the majority of them have been hemmed. So just, I think that's the main lesson. Don't buy hemmed pants. The Territory head. It's a solid brand. I just checked last night because I was still like, should I still keep buying this brand? And I have over 100% sell-through rate in my store on this brand. The thing is, I'm not good at listing dresses. So if you could tell me what type of dress this is. I think I might have listed it as a shirt dress, because I believe that's type of dress. A lot of times if it looks like a shirt up here, I'll just list it as dress. I know I think it's a midi length, which is like right below the knees, right? But, I mean, I don't have a lot of experience selling Territory for a head women's, so it might suck. I'll have to just look that up and maybe get rid of it. But Territory head, it does not have 100% sell-through rate as a brand. I think it's like 50%, but in my store it's over 100%. These look like some Abercrombie and Fitch, I don't know, maybe kind of like jeggings, leggings. Probably not good. Some of the jeans, the styles are alright. These are size large. I don't know, I just probably didn't know how to list these right, because I have no idea, like, are these jeggings or are these leggings? Because they're like leggings, but they have like zippers. They're probably classified as jeggings. I don't know. I'll have to look at my listing and look up pumps again. I'm gonna make sure I'm recording, because that would just be fucking awful. Alright, we're good. Some Prana jeans. I'll probably relist these with a better listing. I do pretty well with Prana. Everything. There's no reason those shouldn't have sold for $5, which they're probably listed at right now. Abercrombie and Fitch, kind of like a light sweater. Yeah, no thanks. This must be like a children's, what is this? A Disneyland fleece full zip sweater. It's pretty nappy and there's like wear on the butt, ew. Like it's like somebody like sat on it and it's all matted down, so that's probably why that didn't sell. Disneyland stuff is like pretty safe for the bins. If it's like in good condition, it kind of looks either vintage or modern. So like all of it, I guess. Country music stuff absolutely sucks, dude. I mean, I don't know very much about country music stuff. Maybe people hate this guy, but like most band stuff I pick up at the, or just music in general stuff that I pick up at the bins, like you can flip it for $10 or whatever, but this kind of shit, I don't know anything about country music. I got arrested going to a country concert though one time when I was a teenager. A vintage single stitch t-shirt with a bear on it, and it's in like really bad condition. It's junk. It's got a hole on the front. A lot of stuff that takes forever to sell is like vintage stuff that's not a pop culture reference. Like this vintage shirt that just says Oregon University of Oregon, but it's not single stitch. It's made in USA. It's definitely vintage, but it's just not a good shirt. Not worth having in your store. But sometimes you list those and they sell immediately. So if you find them at the bins, they're worth picking up. You just got to get them out of your store once you figure out they're just completely not good. A Spider, like rash guard. I think it's a children's, so Spider kind of sucks. I have sold their sweaters new with tags for like $40 before, but for the most part, Spider sucks. Here's more just like generic vintage junk. It's like a I kind of like this though. It's like a, I don't even know what you call it. It's like a ribbed t-shirt that says Bubba's Kawaii. Yeah, I might keep that for myself. I kind of like it. I like stuff that's like really thin, like this shirt. That's why I like vintage shirts, because they're like super thin and like breathable. But they just blow out. Like this has holes all over it. They blow out like immediately. They only last, well actually I've worn this shirt for like 2 years, so I don't know what I'm talking about. This t-shirt, I'm not surprised it didn't sell. There was no comps on it or anything. It's like Steve Olsen's line of clothing. He's like a famous like old head skater guy from the 80s or 90s. This is like his clothing line called The Teenaged, but there was like no sales history for it. I kind of just took a chance on it. Junk. Here's more junk. Some Volcom jeans. They're like, they're not corduroy, they're like fake corduroy. They're like pinstripe. Skinny jeans. I think what happened, yeah, these are women's, no, they're a girl's 9, size 9. So I think when I bought these, I still wasn't really sure. I'm pretty sure like girl sizes go odd and women's sizes go even. So these are just junk. Like when I listed them, I was like, women's 9 or something. But knowing what I know now, they're just junk. This, I wouldn't really want to ship this out anyways. What's the brand? I kind of just decided I don't sell jackets unless it's like super valuable. It's called a Viking Journeyman 420. I do remember this at the bins. I looked up sold comps and they looked like 40, 50 bucks. But I'm gonna get rid of it. It's been too long for that. Like if a jacket's gonna flip for like 50 bucks, like a cool jacket or something, I'll grab it. Or Patagonia. But there's not enough of them around here for me to even like do the research and learn jackets. It's literally 90 degrees outside and it's almost Halloween. It's 90 degrees. Some buckle Tyler Straight jeans, BKE. See, I might pick those up at the bins now. Here's probably the issue, because I disclose like every tiny little bit of wear. Like they're really thin there on the butt, and I'm sure I had a picture pointing to that. That's the kind of thing I don't list nowadays or pick up. Well, I try not to pick it up, but sometimes I miss it. With like jeans, you really got to inspect the crotch and butt area, because nobody wants their crotch blowing out. I've had it happen a ton of times. It sucks. Your favorite jeans are always the ones that blow out. Some Columbia hiking shorts. This is something I'd still pick up at the bins. It's just like basic outdoor junk, which is like my go-to, but I just noticed why it didn't sell. Hole on the butt. Hole on the butts are terrible. And you know, I've probably listed 60 pairs of like this short in the last 6 months, and the one with the hole in the butt is the one that didn't sell. So it's no coincidence. So that's gonna like catalog in my brain. Does that make sense? Catalog in my brain. It's gonna burn into my brain. Now when I'm like putting the thing up there to take the photo of, maybe instead of taking a picture of the butthole, I'll just get rid of it. Not waste my time. Some Nike dry fit, like women's cropped jogger pants, high-waisted. They're just like an older style. Like the dry fit logo's all worn off. It's on an old Nike tag, but like not old in a good way. Junk. Basic black, maybe if it had a cool pattern or something. I remember this thing being kind of cool. It's like a Adidas polo shirt. It's It's like heavy cotton. It says USA Rugby on it. Adidas just sucks. Like the vintage kids, even they have like a saying. They say checks over stripes, because the Nike check over the Adidas stripes. Stripes suck is what they're saying, basically. And that's like a semi-vintage tag. It's not made in USA though. I probably will toss that. I pretty much don't pick up any Adidas. Even vintage ones, like I found at the Mormon thrift store, Deseret, I found a whole rack a couple months ago of just vintage Adidas soccer jerseys, but they were unbranded. And I looked up comps on them. They were like made in USA. Comps were horrible. I was shocked. I thought I like hit a freaking jackpot. And they wanted like $8 a piece on them. Here's a bad item. REI cycling stuff absolutely sucks. It's horrible. Same with North Face cycling stuff. I don't know if Patagonia makes cycling stuff, but all those like outdoor brands, their cycling stuff is junk. Cyclists want cycling branded stuff. And these are also an old, nobody wants to wear vintage cycling shorts because it's probably uncomfortable as hell. Yeah, look at the padding in here. So only by the modern cycling stuff that's cycling branded. Vintage shirt, made in USA. Not surprised this didn't sell. It's the California Sikh Foundation. Sikh, isn't that like an Eastern religion or something? Yeah. It's single stitch. Those basic vintage shirts with random stuff on them don't always sell. Some Lucky Brand jeans. They've been hemmed. Women's 6. I think damn near every pair of jeans in there was hemmed, or was a little girl size, or was Levi's signature. So don't buy any of those things. Unless it's like a totally amazing brand of jeans, like, I don't know, Diesel or something. It's just not worth it. That's weird. Specialized mountain bike shorts? There's no way these are listed in my store right now. They're unpadded. Yeah, these will 100% sell if I list them. There's no way those are in my store. Specialized is like a great cycling company to sell. Or I just did a really terrible listing and maybe it was on my old wood background. But I would still pick those up, definitely. All right, thank you for watching. The bin is empty.